Uh, hello, dear student. This is the Orembo class. We are back. We are coming. As usual, we come to revise with you. Please, I hope you prepare yourself. I hope you are there. So please come along with us, so that we can share the lesson of today. Dear student, the lesson of today, now you can see it is epic poem, or simply it is called epic poetry. Epic poetry. So what is epic poetry? So now we are in poetry. So epic poem, it is a type of poem, okay, among others. But really, an epic poem is a long narrative poem, okay? It is long narrative poem. Long narrative poem, okay? Told in dignified language, celebrating actions of a hero, okay? And this kind of poem, it gives a series of heroic deeds and events significant to a culture or nation. Dear student, a simple definition, okay? A simple definition is that an epic poem is a long narrative poem which recounts, okay, a heroic deeds, okay? An epic poem is a long narrative poem which recounts, okay, a heroic deeds, okay? Then, dear student, when you come to see the definition of an epic poem, allow me to talk something about epic poems. Remember in our previous lesson, you have seen that we have popular African epics, okay? And then epic poems, a poem, it uses features of like oral narratives, okay? The reason why they say that seem to be written in a version of stories, okay? It is like a story because it have the beginning, the middle, and the end, okay? Why epic poem? It is written like a story, okay? Simply because that the poem, okay, tells us a story. And the stories have the beginning, the middle, and the end, okay? And then here we are told that this poem in oral times, it means the past, it were sung. It were told and sung at the same times. Because we have seen that in the stories, they used to put some songs inside, so as which is called the chorus, so as the participant could join easily. Most of the epic poems, of course, tell a story of particular tribe. And this epic, okay, tells us a story of particular tribe, of particular community, okay? Community's culture, okay? What they love, what they like, what they dislike, okay? And then the first audience for the epic poems were listeners. It means there should be listeners, of course, okay? In all times, the listeners should be there like the audience, okay? Later one is readers. Today, the audience are readers. But in the past time, the audience were listeners. So the epic poem carried important cultural truth. It means inside, in the content of the epic, the message or the themes are the important truths of a particular community or tribe. Okay? They are not history. They are facts. Okay? They existed actually. In epic poem, we find the cultural truths of the tribe, of the community. Epic poems were detailed narratives, okay, describing cultural practices. We find cultural practices, okay. Example of cultural practices: there is a hunting, there is a fighting, there is a feasting, there is a burial, there is sacrifices. All those are cultural practices. So inside the epic, we find the same thing, like fighting, hunting, feasting, burial, and sacrifices. Okay? So, dear student, later on, we are going to find some examples of famous epic poems in Africa. But allow me to go to the characteristics of epic poem. What are the characteristics of an epic poem? Okay, we have said that we have the hero in that poem, and this hero is extraordinary hero who has performed extraordinary actions for the community or for the society, for the nation. Okay, so the reason why they say that the hero is a figure of a great nation. Okay, we have a hero of great nation. It means we have extraordinary a hero with extraordinary actions, and those actions are very important to the tribe, to the community, or society in general. So the reason why we see that hero represent a cultural heroic ideal. It means this hero should be the one who is not in air, who has existed in the history. Okay, and then we have that this hero should have special power. Heroes with special powers. Okay, the hero with a special power. It means a hero should be someone who was born not like others. We're going to see. Okay, a hero should be someone who sacrificed for others. That is a hero. Also, a hero should be someone who was born in the way, extraordinary birth, stranger birth. Okay, stranger birth. And also, a hero should go in exile. A hero should have three things. Okay, sacrifice for the people, for the nation, and also stranger birth, and also exile. Okay, and then the setting for this epic poem, okay, is worldwide. Okay, the setting is worldwide. The setting is Regia. Okay, not in a small area, but for Regia, for worldwide. Okay, and then in this poem, there is intervention of supernatural forces. Supernatural forces, intervention. Intervention of supernatural forces. For example, intervention of gods, angels, demons, invocation of calling of the assistance from spiritual being. Okay, those are just characteristics of an epic poem. It means intervention of supernatural forces. Also, this poem, as I have said earlier, it is written in verse form. Okay, it is written in a verse form, even though it is in a narration, but written in a verse form. Okay, so even though it is written in a verse form, there is a use of enumeration, action for mentioning the resting. Okay, there is a resting, action for mentioning things one by one, listing. Okay, for example, they tend to provide a long list of objects, of places, and of people. Style is verse. But that verse, they use enumeration, okay, where they tend to provide the list of objects and the places. Also, the other characteristic, dear student, action is made, okay, of heroic deeds. The action is made, okay, of heroic deeds. We have said that, okay, they are heroic, this recounts, poem recounts heroic deeds, okay, whereby the hero, of course, has great courage, honor, sacrifices, patriotism, and kindness and firmness. I said this earlier. This hero should have the actions, but these actions should be great courage, should be honor, sacrifice, patriotism, and kindness to the nation or to the community. Okay? Also, in an epic poem, there is a heavy repetition. The author of this poem tend to repeat many things, okay? Tend to repeat many things, where you will see the words has been repeated and phrases has been repeated, stanzas has been repeated, and the lines also has been repeated, okay? And last but not least, the narrator. Okay, we say the narrator because this is in a narrative poem. The narrator is omniscient narrator. Okay, whereby the narrator knows everything. Okay, the student. So this is the epic poem. Okay, or epic poetry. Dear student, allow me to take an example from Africa. The example we have from Africa is the Chaka, birth of Chaka, Maji Maji rebellion, Sunjata conception, and the region of Liyongo. All these are African epic poems, very famous African epics. Can you see clearly this picture? Dear student, can you see clearly this picture? Now you can see this man. This is the Chaka. This is Chaka. You can see how now is equipped. This is Chaka, a hero. Okay, a hero. And of course, here now we have an epic poem that tells us the birth of Chaka. How Chaka was born. How Chaka was born. Okay, can you read, dear student? How Chaka was born? His baby cry was of a cub, tearing the neck of the lioness. Because he was a fatherless, the gods boiled his blood in a clay pot of passion to cause in his veins. His heart was shaped into an ox shield to foil every foe. Are you reading together with me? Ancestor forged his muscles into thongs, as tough as the water bank and nerves as sharp as string thorns. His eyes were lanterns that shone from the darker valley of Zululand to see white swallows coming across the sea. His cry to two assassinate brothers, "Roar, you can kill me, but they will never rule this land." This is the birth of Chaka. Okay? This is how Chaka was born. So clearly, if you read well this poem, you can see the man has a stranger birth with extraordinary powers. Okay? So here now we have questions. What is the main idea of the poem? Identify the hero in this poem and describe his heroic actions. That is the very good question. To identify who is the hero and then to describe his heroic actions or his heroic deeds. Okay? Analyze the poetic devices used in this poem. You have seen poetic devices, repetition, enumeration, okay, and symbolism, metaphors, similes, okay? And then identify the setting of the poem above. Well, the setting is later, is worldwide, not like a small area, okay? The reason why you're going to see that, okay? The setting of this poem is just whole Zululand in South Africa. You will have time to do these exercises, okay? We have time to do these exercises. And I want also to show you, can you clearly see this image? I hope you when you see this image, it is a fearful image. You can be scared, right? You can be scared with this image. Actually, this is a woman, okay? This is a woman, but a very tough woman. Huh? Very tough woman. This is Sundiata Keita. This is Sundiata Keita. This is Sundiata Keita. Okay? And you have a poem talking about Sundiata's conception. Okay? Sundiata's conception. We shall have a time to see how Sundiata was conceived. Okay? How his mother was conceived. I mean, her mother was conceived in her. Okay, what it happens. But also, I want to show you these pictures. Okay, look at these pictures, dear student. Look at them. Look at them. Mm-hmm. So let's go. Who are these pictures? Who are them? Okay, these are Maji prisoners. Okay, these are Maji prisoners within Maji rebellion with their leader Kinjekitile in Tanzania. Okay, this is the epic poem from East Africa. Can you see? This is a poem, epic poem from East Africa. Maj. The poem is called Maj. And the poem was written from because Maj resistance war was from 1905 to 1907. It took 2 years. Okay, we have time to read this poem and answer these questions. Okay, we have also here questions. I will have a time. Okay, to bring one by one and correcting them. Okay, and correcting the questions about this poem. Okay, we have poem from East Africa, and you have the second epic poem. Okay, this is from Mozambique. Okay, this is epic poem from Mozambique. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. This is epic poetry. We have to work on the poems. Okay, epic poems, answering the questions. Okay, dear students, see you next time. I hope you love this course. Remember to share and comment. This is Rombo class. I'm with Teacher Fidel. Bye. See you next time.